because I think this is kind of important. And I haven't seen anybody notice a particular connection that I noticed. And maybe I'm the only person noticing it, even the people involved. But I do think it's meaningful. Okay, so perhaps you've seen this story. Whoops, let me shrink this down. Get out of here. Trump, here it is. Trump captured on tape talking about classified document involving potential attack on Iran. CNN. Okay, so this story, big fucking deal. It's a big fucking deal. This idiot, in this 2-minute conversation, apparently, that Jack Smith has, that somebody made, it seems, during one. Remember that Gab Fest he was doing where he wanted everybody to write a fucking book about him? So he had like 9 authors over, like, rotating through, just recording interviews with him so they could all put out a book about how amazing he was all at the same fucking time. Remember that? It was, it was after Woodward and all that stuff. And then he just, like, he was just blathering to anybody who would listen. All right. So he, oh fuck, it's so good. He apparently in a 2-minute part of this conversation brings up, and it's he's off mic. It's not during the interview part. He's probably like standing nearby, but the recording is still rolling. He mentions this document that he has that he took from the White House that spells out how we would attack Iran if Iran attacked Israel or attacked us, right? With the military plan, like literally military plans to deal with Iran if Iran attacks the United States or any of our allies. So the kind of shit you don't want in the wind. And this motherfucker was bragging about the fact that he had it. And in the same conversation, like a couple of minutes later, in another piece of the recording, he admits he's aware he doesn't have the right to have it, that he can't declassify something like that. This is based on CNN's reporting, but they've talked to multiple people who apparently heard the recording because it was recorded during this fucking book interview. It wasn't even like a wiretap or something. And it's good. All right. So the plan was drafted up, or at least delivered to him, in part by Mark Milley. Mark Milley was signed off on this particular plan because that's what they do. They kind of update these things with the newest knowledge. It's kind of like a PDB, except we had to change our battle plan because they now have these kind of planes or these kind of missiles or these kind of drones or whatever. But they know this has always been a potential problem, and you got to be prepared for it. It's pretty normal. Like I said, the Pentagon has had, in peacetime, they drop a fucking draft for anything because they got to keep busy, idle hands, as it were. And so, they always have there are always tapes. Lordy, there are tapes. Lordy. And anyways, Jack Smith apparently has this. And the thing that stood out to me was, this is a tape. CNN contacted Mark Milley to ask him about this, and he of course could not comment. But Biden is replacing Mark Milley all of a sudden. There wasn't anything in particular, and and obviously this is a good time for him to shift leadership from the old to the new and put somebody else in. But it's interesting to me that Biden is replacing, or is expected to replace Milley with Charlie Brown, with Charles C.Q. Brown Jr., fighter pilot and Air Force colonel. He's let's see. Charles is going to be the next chairman of the Joint Chiefs. Yeah, he's going to be the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and he would replace Mark Milley, whose term ends in September. If confirmed, he would be the only other black officer holding his top post in U.S. history besides Colin Powell, who served from 89 to 93. Although I wouldn't hang Colin Powell's time around the dude's neck. I don't think that hopefully he's not going to be shaking a thing of yellow cake at us and trying to scare us about something. But our kitten needed meds. We just mixed it in the food. You got him shrimp and tuna, just a big enough for her to eat all at once. Thank you for that, Stamp and Stitch. The medicine that she has is liquid form and tastes funky. So it's hard to get. It stands out because it's what they gave her. But I agree. It should come. It should come in those little chupa or chula like gravy sticks. You know what I'm talking about? The things that a cat will just sit at the end of it and go hop, 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 hop. Yeah. Anyways, back to this. Back to our recent story. So they are already sort of swapping him out and getting somebody to take over the duties because it looks like Milley is going to be busy testifying. I'm just saying, there's no reason why Biden couldn't have re-upped Milley. You know, now I think it's great that he's that he's bringing in a diverse hire that's qualified and amazing. Dude will do a great job. I have no doubt. Um, but there's no reason why he couldn't have just rolled Milley through and and then done the change after or whatever. But he's not. They're already moving that way, and it looks like it has the potential to have something to do with this. I just think that's awesome. I'm just gonna enjoy that, and I hope you do too. It's House Sparks Mega Worldwide. Like, subscribe, and do whatever. Poke the thing, slap the dinkle, and flute the whoppy. I don't know what that means. I'm just being a dick. So, all right, now I don't know if you know this. It's what time is it? It's my time. I got 3:30. Okay, 3:30. Okay, I got an hour and a half. It is Wednesday, the 31st of May. Tomorrow is June, first day of Pride Month, in the year of our Lord 2023. It is 3:30 in the afternoon, and on the geopolitical and domestic plate of the president and everyone in Congress are things like the debt ceiling, the Ukraine war, a myriad of other issues. Can they get comprehensive immigration reform passed? Can they deal with homelessness, the fentanyl crisis, those kind of things? And um, so those topics are taking a great amount of time in discussion in the news in general, and amongst the people who are in office right now and the people who are going to be in office. That's right. From Asa Hutchinson to Marianne Williamson and everyone else who has no shot at being president, they're discussing what they would do once they become president. Crucial, targeted ideas that dealing with the hot button topics and the ongoing crises that we've been dealing with for a long time. And that is why Donald John Trump has decided to put out a video that tells you what he's going to do 3 years from now to celebrate the 250th anniversary of the United States. Yeah. Yeah, he put out a video because and it's it's one of his longer ones because he's gonna have a parade. He's gonna do a thing. Celebration. Look at this. Celebration of 250 years of American independence at the Iowa State Fairgrounds. 3 years from, mark your date. Start driving now. Shit, some of you could start walking now and get to Iowa just in time. All right, I have to see this. I want to know what, it's 3 years away and I've got nothing to wear. Salute to America 250, which I think is Trump's dream weight. Okay, and the other thing too is the fuck out of here. Sorry, yeah, I got him. There's a mosquito. Yeah, that's what I need right before a show. Itches. All right, here we go.
3 years from now, the United
Sorry, hold on. Let me move the screen down a little bit. There you go. 3 years from now,
States will celebrate the biggest and most important milestone in our country's history.
The biggest and most important milestone in our nation's history, making it to 250. They never thought it would last. It's almost like him having a seventh wedding anniversary with any given wife.
250 years of American independence. What a great country.
So good. What a great country. independent all this time. Obviously, I don't know how they did it without me, and they won't. If I'm not there, it won't happen. You won't be independent. You'll be China.
We have to keep it that way. But that's why, as a nation, we should be preparing for a most spectacular birthday party.
It's just a big birthday party. We're going to hold it at Mar-a-Lago or the Iowa State Fairgrounds, wherever Ted Nugent is most comfortable.
I want to make it the best of all time.
Yeah, the best 250th anniversary that America has ever had. By the way, you're not going to beat 1976. You're just fucking not going to do it. You know why? You know why you're not going to beat 1976? Hold on. I'll show you why, God damn it. Hold on. Here's why you're not going to fucking beat it. That's why, God damn it. Because when I was a kid in 1976, this was Kiss's tour poster. This, by the way, this is the poster that Randy Travis hung up on the wall in WKRP when he took over the job and switched their format from AM talk radio or like FM talk radio to a rock station again. And they went, what's this guy like? And they all come in for the meeting. And the first thing he did was unroll this poster and pin it up behind his desk. And I was like, this is a show for me. Baby, if you've ever wondered whatever became of me. And by the way, Ace is so fucking drunk. Look at the smile on his face. Yeah, so this is the bicentennial poster. It's one of the greatest fucking... And, by the way, look at the Betsy Ross flag commemorating the 76 part of it. I think it's one of those, like, 1776 Betsy Ross flags that they made for everything. I'm just saying. Like, you can't... Don't even try. You bastard. You're never gonna get that. You're never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it. It's not gonna happen.
Here is my plan to give America's founding in 1770.
I might have missed Melania's birthdays, and lots of them. I miss them all the time. Thank God for Truth Social and Twitter. So much better. And they let me know, oh shit, it's Melania's birthday. And then I have to make up some story that I was planning on surprising her by getting her a gift, because that's always a surprise. It's a surprise to me that I have to get her a gift.
The incredible anniversary it truly deserves. On day one,
Day one. Right as soon as he gets in office. Fuck everything else.
I will convene a White House task.
Convene. Gather around, everyone. Party planning time. We're going to get some Real Housewives in here. We're going to start buying up every bicentennial paper plate in the fucking country right now.
Force called Salute to America 250.
It's great. Branding genius. Salute to America 250. It sounds like we lost 100 pounds. America, congratulations on being on the first runner-up on the Biggest Loser. You're 250 now. If you'd have just kept eating the fucking carrots.
It will be responsible for coordinating with state and local governments to ensure not just one day of celebration.
No, of course not.
But an entire year of festivities across...
Festivities? We're going to have activities, guys.
...the nation starting on Memorial Day, 2025 and...
Okay, somebody put that in my calendar. I'm not going to say hello to a certain... Okay, Memorial Day 2025. Okay, and then when?
Continuing through July 4th, 2026.
Wow, so we're getting a little extra time in there. That's sweet. It's not even a year. It's a year plus. I think that's what makes it special.
Second, I will work with all 50 governors, Republican and...
I would work very hard with them. Unlike what I did with COVID relief funds and stuff when you assholes were dying while I was president, I'm going to bust my hump. I'm not going to put Pence or some asshole on the phone. I'll be on the phone myself, in between, of course, golf.
Democrat alike, to create the Great American State Fair, a unique...
starring our own beloved Ted Nugent, who will wang dang his sweet poontang and fiddle his wang diggle all over the
1
stage
year
for free as always.
exhibition featuring pavilions from all 50 states. It'll be
Yes, fuck the world. This is an America fair. We don't need the rest of the world. Who needs it? Other presidents had World's Fair. I've given up on that. I don't like the world. Might invite Kim Jong un, but we'll see.
something. The Great American State Fair will showcase
The Great American State Fair. Oh, God.
the glory of every state in the Union.
The glory of every state in the Union. Louisiana will bring their deep fried Snickers bars. Florida, of course, I will drive up some alligator fucking crackheads. Myself will get the boats to bring them up the Mississippi, dragging them behind them on water skis made of their fellow dead Florida mans. And then, of course, Washington State will bring, I don't know, patchouli or something like that. Of course, Oregon won't have to bring anything except a cross for Portland. Hashtag RIP Portland. Chicago will bring guns and kill everyone. And Arkansas will just tell the Huckabees to stay home. That will be their gift. Just stay away. The great majesty of the Dakotas. Why do we have two? Each Carolina will bring a piece of poster board with glitter and cotton balls glued to it, explaining why the fuck we need two Carolinas. I'm sorry. What an asshole. The Great American State Fair. Oh my God. Tennessee will bring a toothbrush and let us all know why they're not called a teeth brush, okay? Kentucky will bring some of that bourbon and uh and and some of those dead revenuers from the 50s.
Promote pride in our history and put forth innovative visions for America's future.
That's right. Yeah, all the greatest scientists of Mississippi. All these and those fuckers from Harvard and Yale can stop showing off. Only one entry per group, and except Minnesota, which will have both pillows and Giza sheets and their famous slippers.
My hope is that the amazing people of Iowa will work with my administration.
No, they're probably not going to fight back against it. I think there's probably going to be an uprising in Iowa. It's because you think the LA riots were bad. Iowa's like, what? Everybody coming here? Why the fuck do you think I moved? If I wanted to be surrounded by people, why the fuck do you think I moved to Iowa?
To open up the legendary Iowa State Fairgrounds.
The legendary Iowa State Fairgrounds. Christ. That's amazing. That's marvelous. That's oh shit. I needed this. I needed this laugh. I needed it. Like a legendary. Hopefully they'll do it. We don't know. It's like sacred Indian burial ground, except it's not Indian anymore. It's not sacred. And as far as we know, no one's buried there. But if we ask nicely, it won't work. I've decided on day one, I'm gonna fly to Iowa and grab them by the fairground. What?
to host the Great American State Fair and welcome millions and millions of visitors from around the world.
No. We're gonna close the border. Don't you? Uh,
The heartland of America for this special one-time festival.
One-time festival that's a year long, but not if Iowa will let us. I guess. Operation Pretty Please. This is so fucking stupid. I love it. I think it's great. I'm behind it 100%. Please bring the. Here's the thing. You know how sometimes he brings up shit all the time, like he used to do with the VA choice, which he did not sign. Obama signed it in 2014, but he'd like bring it up and shit until somebody finally tapped him on the shoulder and went, "Stop saying that. That's not even close to true." Um, I hope we were gonna do fairgrounds, but you guys blew it. Like I hope every speech, this is now one of his anchors. Like he goes to this. Please, I mean, I know the rallies are smaller now and they're pitiful. Please, God, let him bring let him bring this up at every press event, every interview. We're gonna do on 250 is gonna be so good, and I'm even gonna lose 100 pounds for that date. I'm gonna have decided to do it. Um, by the way, look at the paint. I'm gonna go with they needed to do something and you didn't have any ideas and they just made this up and like sell this. This will be great, but it's 3 years. Who gives a shit?
Together we will build it and they will come.
Stop it. Shut the fuck up. What? Oh my god. So gonna do it. Oh, 3 years from now. Shit.
Third, alongside the Great American State
That was just number two. Number two is we'll build it and they will come.
Fair, we will host major sporting contests for high school athletes. These are great athletes. One
Oh, okay, so it's just a way for you to gather underage like teenagers in one spot so that for what? That could get real gross real fast.
full athletes.
We're gonna have Chris Hansen come down there. He's gonna have control over some DARPA equipment to make sure everything's that everybody minds their P's and Q's. I'm talking to you, Lindsay,
From fantastic high schools all around the country.
and some shitty ones.
These Patriot Games will allow
Patriot Games. Just stick to. And by the way, look at that. That's amazing. Yeah, grab that. I don't know.
young Americans from every state to show off the best of American skills, sportsmanship, and competitive spirit. Fourth, I will sign an executive.
And anyone who survives will obviously get to be the mockingbird or Jay or bird or whatever they do. And of course, Disney will make a movie about them, especially if they're developmentally disabled or something like that. I'm sure it'll happen.
Order to bring back our National Garden of American Heroes, which we want to build very badly.
We want to build it so badly. The National Garden of American Heroes. That was his weird fucking statuary that he was going to build. Remember that? With like this just like crowd. It was like Charles Grodin's apartment in The Lonely Guy. Hold on 1 second. This is what Trump's building his own. Oh, sorry. Um, let's see. Let's see the images of. Let's see. Yeah. this this is what he's gonna make. It's just he's filling his place with. He's got these cardboard cutouts because he's so lonely, and he thinks there's a. It makes everybody outside think there's a party going on. 'Cause your place looks like you have rich and famous people hanging out in it. They never move, but still, Trump is the Charles Grodin from Lonely Guy of of presidents. Shit. Oh, this is so good.
Commission artists for the first 100 statues to populate this
The first 100. The second 100, they're just going to have a raffle.
new statuary
I'm working on one right now.
park honoring the greatest Americans of all time.
Obviously, everybody, George Washington, Babe Ruth, Henrietta Tubbo, whatever her name is, the guy with the hat, a couple people who were shot for being president, me in different poses, obviously movable action figure versions of me. The only animatronic statues will be your favorite president, me.
Fifth, as president, I will invite the leaders
Shit, it's a 5-point plan.
and citizens of nations around the world
The leaders and citizens of nations around the world to the Iowa State Fairgrounds, if Iowa lets us. Hitler, Pol Pot. Yes, right. We're going to have so many good, well-known Americans,
to visit
several who were brought over here after Operation Paperclip. Very smart guys. Smart guys.
the United States in honor of our 250th anniversary. It's going
200. Did somebody throw a piece of paper at him? I often duck. Whenever I say 250, I have.
to be great. America's tourist industry should get ready because we're going to have a
Yeah, get ready. Everybody, Iowa, I don't think you're ready for this jelly. Start making your bric-a-brac now. You got 3 years to prepare for the flood of foreigners.
It's going to be great. America's tourist industry should get ready because we're going to have a lot of people coming. It will be a record year.
It's going to be a record year for people in Iowa in general. First time there's more people than corn. I mean the kernels, not the ears, obviously.
And finally, and most importantly, I will ask America's
But yeah, obviously, most importantly, the rest of it's all just window dressing.
great religious communities to pray for our nation and our people.
In Iowa, will there be a great day of state fair prayer? Oh Lord, bless this elephant ear and the glorious powdered sugar that is upon. I couldn't wait. Everybody except the Muslims and the Sikhs, they scare me. It is Iowa after all. You got to walk before you can run. Obviously, the Satanic Church is going to show up like a bunch of wise asses, but apparently we'll keep them busy. Apparently Styx will perform. It's a fairground after all. They're going to be very disappointed. The name doesn't really reflect what the band is all about, especially when they play songs like Lady and Babe and Come Sail Away. It's not necessarily devil music, but it'll I'm already dreaming of the deep fried Snickers bars. Mississippi, I'm looking at you.
As we prepare for this momentous occasion,
Yes, pray for 3 years for Jesus, can you imagine? This is fucking fantastic.
from the very beginning, America has been a country sustained and strengthened by prayer and by our communities of faith.
Yeah, but you don't. Shut the fuck up. Don't. Just don't. As somebody who does, I'm telling you, fuck off.
We chart a course toward the next 250 years. Let us come together and rededicate ourselves.
I don't want to disappoint you, but this is the last one you're going to see. Honestly. because they're probably gonna cure aging in about a decade. You're not gonna make it, dude. The damage is done.
As one nation under God. Thank you.
Thank you. Somewhat divisible, if I can help it. Again, Iowa, I'm looking at you. 250. Um, that was that was that was something else. That was finally, finally, Trump is addressing, stuff that's well within his skill set. Easy, relatively easy to accomplish. Although I think he's throwing way too much effort into something that should be relatively self-driving, as it were. Um, um, but like I said, please, 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 please. Lulu Girl says, I hope there's enough parking. There's no way there's going to be enough parking. It's not possible. Kid Rock is performing. You're going to have, there are cars miles and miles and miles away. So much. Oh my God. Poo Picker Upper. This is the only time I will watch Trump is when you cover it. Oh, thank you, Poo Picker Upper. I try to make it palatable. You got to admit, though, I mean, that's fucking precious. Like, literally, like, all of a sudden, I'm like, hats off to Marianne Williamson for putting out like a 10-point economic, Bill of Rights. While Marianne Williamson is producing, however ridiculous it may be, an well-meaning but meaningless ultimately because there's no teeth in it at all. At least she's trying, and comparatively, I would like to say at the very least, well ahead of Trump's problem. Again, all the problems I have, having known her for a good portion of my life, with her, absolutely would vote for her over Trump, no question. If only to just to see the phone chucking, but in the Oval. But at the very least, we at least know that she's not wasting her fucking time doing that shit. So, anyways, thanks for being here. Like, subscribe. You know what to do. Patreon.com/HalSparks.